I once again gotten to that point where I looked at a bunch of my graded slabs varying from Yu-Gi-Oh to Pokemon to even Weiss Schwarz, and I thought to myself, I need to cut down some of these cards because they're not bringing me joy. You know the whole Marie Kondo, what brings joy to you? Yeah, that, but for TCGs. Honestly, I feel like this will be better at someone else's home would appreciate them. So what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna go through all the cards that I'm putting up for sale. I'm gonna send these off to ZNG, and by the time you're watching this video, there should be a couple days left in the auction, which I'll be linking in the description below. So if anyone wants to try to grab any of this stuff, if it sells for $1, it sells for $1, then by all means. All right, first things first, we got the trio. We got the legendary beast. I don't have this Drevius. Is that the 4th pack? I had that one, but I got rid of it a while back. So we got 2 9s. We got the Raikou and Entei 9s, and then we got the 10 Suicune. Honestly, they should have all been 10s because they came from the same batch of packs, and I still don't understand how grading packs actually works, but these are all light packs that I sent in, I want to say, probably like 2 years ago. Since they're light, I might as well get them graded, because honestly, graded packs are dope. I love these. You know, I got my Charizard back there as well. So anyone that loves Neo Revelation, first edition packs right there, all 3 legendary beasts. All right, right off the bat, we got the Megatin Manga Blue Eyes. This is dope. It came back at 9.5. I think this is one of top 2. There might be a couple PSA 10s, not really sure. But I love the art of these. These came out in the most recent 10s that came out, what was it, a couple months ago. Then we got the trio. We got the Blue Eyes Kaiba case. They're all 9.5s. Honestly, the reason I'm getting rid of these is because I kind of want them as 10s. The pop for the PSA for 10s of these are insane. It's so many. But I figured, let me be a big brain and send mine into BGS because no one's going to do it at the time. Which I still think that it's still very, very low pop for what it is. And I was hoping to get 10s, maybe a black label, but that ended up not happening. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these as well. These are probably going to go for super cheap. Warning! I bought this one thinking it's a original. As you can see, it's got the 3 stars. And this is how you know it's a reprint. Yeah. I wish that BGS would actually let you know when it's a reprint, because when you see this on eBay, you can't see the pictures. But I do want to point out that this is a reprint from like the 2014 packs or 2010, whenever those legacy packs came out. But hey, it's a 9.5. It's a pretty good grade, still gem mint. If anyone wants that classic LB art, by all means. There's a bunch of these. The reason why I have so many of these is because I planned on crossing them, and then I just kind of gave up trying, just because I know BGS is very harsh when it comes down to Yu-Gi-Oh cards in general. But 9.5 is still good. I mean, it's gem mint, and it's the classic Takahashi art of Dark Magician Girl, probably one of the most underrated and best arts for Dark Magician Girl. All 4 of these will be going up as well, and they should go for pretty cheap because I feel like not many people want these. Next, we got my Kaioken Goku, which came back at 10. Pop is crazy for these. Like I said, I ended up pulling this. I'm not the biggest fan of Goku, nor am I a fan of this form, so I don't really care. But hey, I pulled it, and I figured, why not? Then we got one of my favorite Dark Magician Girl arts of all time. We got the one from DDM. This is a 9 that I graded a while back. I think this is pretty solid, but I mean, with these DDM cards, the biggest issue I always had was like the edges, and that's what took the biggest hit here, having 8.5. I mean, this otherwise would have been 9.5 if it didn't have that, but it is what it is. Then we have a 9 Dark Magician Girl with 8.5 centering somehow. This is the same one that came back when I got those 3 10s. I feel like they just didn't want to give this one a 10 because the centering looks fine. I don't know where this where this 8.5 comes from. They just probably want to do another one that was like a 9.5 or 10 because all those grades came back crazy that day. This should be Cumber behind it. Yep. So we got Cell Max and Cumber. Pulled both of these when I was trying to get Gohan, and ended up failing trying to get the Gohan, and then basically bit the bullet and just bought it. 9.5s. I feel like these both should have been 10s, but whatever. Then we got a not a staff, just a regular pre-release Lugia. This is the first BGS 10 I've ever graded, but I already have like several copies of this as a staff, and I figured I don't really need this. The only reason why I kept this is because it was the first Lugia 10 BGS that I owned, and I thought it was really cool. Ooh, we got a classic. I didn't even realize I put this in this batch. We got a Shining Magikarp Unlimited. It's a 9. Then we got a Shining Charizard 9.5, which should be a 10, but you know how BGS can be sometimes. We got Dark Magician Girl 8.5. And then we got some Weiss Schwarz cards. We got Shoko. Pulled this on myself, but again, the thing about these cards is they had those weird like dot issues in the back, as you can see right there slightly, which is why the grade came back a 9 for the surface. Otherwise, it would have been a 10. Weiss Schwarz cards are always fantastic conditions, but every now and then you get that one where it's like, what happened here? And that's what happened there. We got Rias. Honestly, I feel like this should have been a 10, but whatever. This is the trial deck version. And we also got the FBR, the highly sought after FBR. They got 9 on corners. I don't know if you can cross this as a 10. I don't see anything personally on the corners I've observed. I thought about cracking this out and setting it in, but I already own a 10, like I said. And I'd already bought this one when I bought the English 10, so that's why I kind of gave up on it. Then we got Kaede, right? Yeah, Kaede. I won this by accident. Speaking of Money Girl, we have 2 Mize as well. Pulled and graded both of these as well. There's gonna be a bunch of these. We have a bunch of these like Champions Path Charizards. I grabbed so many thinking they were all going to be terrible condition back when they first came out, and they all came back as 10s. I have literally way too many of these. Oh wait, there's more. We also have Dark Paladin. This is one of the Goodwill cards I got back in like 2017 out of my Goodwill batch, and surprisingly this was in really good shape. Next we got some God cards from the Prismatic God box of 2020. The main reason I'm getting rid of these is honestly because I wanted them because I like the rarity, but the Quarter Century rares that are going to be released in the upcoming anniversary set are these same cards basically in English. So I figured I'm going to get rid of these and then get those when they come out in a couple months. Actually I have a bunch of these. I want to say there's another set over here with all 3, so if you want to get all 3 as well, there you go. Now we get some real spicy cards. It's not all going to be just extra copies. There's some cards that are really like highly sought after that I just don't really care about anymore. We got Lugia. As you guys know, I pulled this several times now. I got several 9s. Never going to get a 10, but I'm going to get rid of that. I got a Dark Typhlosion Unlimited from Neo Destiny. This is fire. An underrated Typhlosion card. I'll be honest with you. The main reason why I bought this is because Typhlosion had that big blow up in 2019, 2020. And it was like, you need to get every single Typhlosion card. So I literally did. But then I am questioning myself years later, like, why did I do that? I mean, I love Typhlosion, but I don't really care about all the Typhlosion cards. We got the Game Boy promo Lugia. I have a higher grade of this. That's why I don't really care about this anymore. We got the PSA 10 Venusaur that I pulled. What was this? 5 million cert. I want to say 2020. We got some Celebrations cards. We got Umbreon, Mewtwo. We got the difficult manga art, Blue Eyes. This is actually hard to pull. In the Japanese set for this, it was like 1 per case, something like that. And I ended up pulling, no, actually I pulled Red Eyes and Dark Magician Girl, and I bought the Blue Eyes. But I got several copies of this. On top of that, I have it in English. So, I mean, once I get a card in English, I don't really care about the previous release of it. Got multiple copies of this as well. We got Dark Magician Girl from the Rush set. Love the art on this. And I really wish they would actually do full arts in actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Someday. And then you got this Dark Magician. By the way, this is not the 1999 version. Otherwise, you have no silver box in the corner. This is a reprint that came out, I want to say in 2019. That's special edition box. Where you got that volume 1 pack that came with either Guide of Fierce Knight, Dark Magician, or what was the other card? There's one more that popped up. But yeah, again, it was cool when I pulled it at the time, but I just don't really care about it anymore. Then we got the Flashfire Secret Rare Charizard. Never been the biggest fan of this card. Again, there was an era of my Pokemon collecting days where I just wanted every single Charizard. And at some point I got this, but I never really cared about this art. It was also weird that they had the Ultra Rare and the Secret Rare version of it, yet there was almost no difference other than like I don't know, it's like more bluer or something. I don't really know. Shining Charizard First Edition. I don't want this because I have a 10 for Unlimited. And I know First Edition is more sought after, but I mean, I feel like I just don't really care about this anymore. I feel like this should also been a 10. This looked great. I remember I bought this for Black Friday back in like 2018 or something like that. But I'm ready to part ways with it. Another one, heads up. This is a reprint, as you can see. If I can get the light on here. There you go. This is a reprint, as you can see by the 3 stars in the Eye of Anubis. Yeah, this is back when I was buying LOB cards, and they didn't differentiate between reprint or the original. You can always tell it's reprint if it has the 3 stars in the actual box over here. I'm finally getting rid of these. These are the Champion Blue Eyes and Dark Magician from 2018. I have 3 sets of these, and I didn't even realize it. I have 3 sets of these. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of both of these. I love these. They're very, very unique. These are super rare and super limited. If you're a fan of Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, I highly recommend both of these, but these will be pricey. These will probably go for the most in this batch. Then I got this, same thing. As you can see, you got the little stars in the Eye of Anubis. This is just a reprint Red Eyes from LOB that came out in like 2014 or something like that. Then we got Maggie Magician Gal. If you're wondering why it looks so beat up, it's just a sleeve. These are all sleeves, and the reason why they get so like cut up is because when you're moving them in the process of taking them in and out of storage, they can get messed up, but that's why you have those sleeves. But the cases are pretty good, don't worry. And if there's any damage listed, or if there's any damage in the cases, it will be listed in the actual auction. But everything here should be fine. And if there's not, I'll point out in the video. Yeah, Maggie Magician Gal is an exclusive to Japan. This is Drama Takahashi. This is actually supposed to be the original alternate form of Dark Magician Girl. You know how they have like the alternate arts for Dark Magician? This is supposed to be it, but then they turn it into their own card, And of course, because of censoring, they never released it in the West. But this card's actually dope. It's like Change of Heart and what, Monster Reborn as an XC's effect. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it requires a lot because you're supposed to like detach and then also discard one card to activate, but still, it's kind of good. Then we got Umbreon Prime. Again, I bought these when I thought I really wanted a bunch of Prime cards, and it was a good deal at the time. I feel like this is going to go for a bit more, though, because Umbreon and Espeon, especially in a Prime card form, are pretty rare, and you almost never see 10s ever get listed. Here is a unlimited PSA 10 Charmander. I have a first edition of this, so that's why I'm getting rid of this one. We got a reverse Charizard. This is one of the early cards that got me back into Pokemon back in 2016. And again, a 10 in this and the regular hollow form are really difficult to get. Again, I want to point out that this has been sleeved up for like, what, since like 2016 now? So that's why the sleeve is all beat up. But don't worry about that. You can always replace the sleeve. We got a OC. This is Pop 1, I believe. Last time I checked, it was Pop 1. OC Red Ice Black Dragon Original. As you can see, it's first edition. It's got the gold box. And yeah, this is actually the only OC card I've ever graded. I got this myself back in 2017, I want to say. And this is dope. So if you're into misprint cards that are a bit more unique and rare, this is definitely one to grab, because I don't think you'll ever see one of these again. On top of that, like I said, it should be Pop 1 last time I checked. You have PSA 10 Alakazam. We have first edition Shadowless Mewtwo. I have a higher grade of this, so I'm going to get rid of this one. We have a first edition Dark Feraligatr from Neo Destiny. We got Shining Celebi. It's dope, just unlimited. We got a Staff Charizard. I have 2 of them, so that's why I'm getting rid of 1. Pretty good as well. I don't know how likely you are to regrade this as a 10, or maybe like a 9.5 with BGS or CGC. But again, I just kind of want to toss it out there. Some of these cards I have tried to regrade. I don't know how many, but I know I have some. So don't just buy these with the intention of regrading them. You're probably not going to get the higher grade that you're looking for. But for what they are, I think the grades do fit with what they received in these. We have a PSA 10 Secret Rare Raichu, the first Secret Rare ever released in Pokemon. Ooh, got some more goodies. We got Dark Magician Girl from Magician's Force. I have a higher grade, so I can get rid of this one. We have a Dragonite, PSA 10. We have a Mewtwo and Mew, PSA 10. I mean, all of these come back 10s because the quality was just great at the time. We got some DBS cards. We got Vegeta, one of the first Secret Rares released. I know this is kind of highly sought after, but I've never been the biggest Vegeta fan. I just kind of had it because I was just collecting every Secret Rare that came out, and then I realized, why do I want these? We have the Goku and Frieza, which is actually a pretty iconic card. One thing I never liked about this card and why I'm getting rid of it is I miss when they used to have textures on a bunch of cards. And this is a Secret Rare with very little texture. I mean, you can see the textures in the bottom on the on the aura, but not anywhere in the middle. And that's something that kind of put the card off on me, because if a card is textured, I like it a lot. But if it's not, I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. Then we got the Assault of the Sands Vegito with Zamasu and Kefla in the back. I think this is also a highly sought after card. And we got a 2015, I don't know what this is from, Dark Magician Girl. I remember I bought this a couple years ago and it was like dirt cheap, which is the main reason why I got it. All right, we're not done yet. We still got more. Like I said, this is a big batch. So we got the Game Boy Advance Silver edition of Winged Dragon Raw. I think this is the only one I have out of the 3. For some reason, I had like 4 copies of these in PSA 10, and I graded these a long time ago. But yeah, the way these were released, they were either in Ultra Rare format or Secret Rare format, and Secret Rare were the ones that obviously had way less made. So if you're gonna collect gods, these are the original ones that you want. This and then the Dawn of Destiny version that came out in 2003 for Xbox. Then we got a Gogeta SPR, Super Saiyan 3. We got Beerus. And then we got the Kibito Kai absorbed Majin Buu. I don't think this is that valuable at all. It's a Secret Rare that I pulled, which is kind of dope. But outside that, I don't really... Like, how many people are collecting different forms of Kid Buu out there? You like it? This is probably going to go for cheap. The Dragon cards will all likely go for super cheap. Then we got a Judge Gogeta, which a while back was super insanely rare and hard to get. Also became pretty expensive. I think I got 2 of these, or I got rid of it before. There's also a Judge Bardock, which a while back was really good in the game. We got Worm, which you got from the Tag Force game. This is a PSA 10. I think this is like, when I got this, it was Pop 1. I think it should be like a Pop like 10 by now or something like that. We got a Palkia, PSA 10. Dragonite from Expedition, holographic PSA 10. Like I said, I got some goodies here. Is this another? Yeah, this is another Game Boy promo Lugia. I think I have like 3 of these. I won't be surprised if all 3 are in this batch. We got the Game Boy promo Dragonite, which I thought looked good, but it's definitely going to be a 9. As you can see, it's got that little tiny white dot in the middle, and it's the only flaw the card had. I remember when I wanted to get a 10 at a time, I went through every single Dragonite listed, and I bought this one, and all he had wrong was that at the top right there in the middle. But outside that, it looks great, and I think it has a really good swirl. Yeah, like right here, look, check it out. Look at that swirl. So beautiful. But unfortunately, it's just a 9. Here is a reverse Lugia holo card from Call of Legends. Speaking of Call of Legends, here's another PSA 9 shiny Lugia from the set. We got Totodile from the McDonald's promo. We got another Lugia. Why did I even buy this? From Team Up. I mean, it looks dope. Do I want to keep this? I feel like I may keep this. This might not be listed just because I feel like this is really, really dope art. I'm keeping that one. Wow, here's an OG from my collecting days when I first started. We got Mega Charizard from Evolution. We got Blaine's Charizard that I got from a Goodwill lot. And I remember I was like, why is this in such great condition? Came back a 10. This is like one of my first 10s that I graded. We got 2 skill drains because I got several of these. I bought like 3 trying to get a 10, and all 3 came back as 10s. I know not everybody cares about skill drain as a collectible, but I think I like the art is dope of the original uncensored version of Darkula Hadez. And then we got a PSA 9 promo Rayquaza. As you guys know, with these, they always had those like little prongs at the top that held the cards in place, and it's always impossible to get a 10. It's also impossible to get a 9, so a 9 is a fantastic rate. And you get the alternate art version of the card that came out back in 2009. All right, and the final stack. I don't even know everything I put in here. There's so much. We got a TP5 Needleworm. I already got a TP3, that's why I'm getting rid of this one. We got the everyone's most hated form for art for Blue Eyes with Earth in the background. I mean, I don't mind. I think it's fire, but people hate this art for some reason. That and tablet. We got a first edition Raigeki from LOB. This is one of the first and earliest cards I've actually graded. We got an unlimited Dark Magician Girl. Again, I have a higher grade for this, so I don't really need this anymore. We got a do I want to get rid of this? This might not be listed because I feel like it's a PSA 9 Shadowless Charizard. It's in really good shape too. I think the only thing you can probably say is it'll have centering issues, so it'll probably never cross to like a 9.5, but I don't know. This might be listed, it might not. We'll figure it out by the time this video is released. There's a bunch of more of these, I think, or not. Maybe this is just one more of these. We got a CD promo Blastoise, Dark Magician. I might keep this, honestly. I might actually break this out and just play with it and put it in my deck. I'm gonna do that. I'm keeping this one. I'm gonna put this in my deck. Got a Neo Destiny misprinted Kabutops. This is not first edition. I don't know why they did that. This is a unlimited version of Kabutops. It is a PSA 10, but for some reason, when they did it, they released it as a first edition in the actual text. So you guys, if you buy this, you can end up getting it recased. But that's honestly annoying, which is why I never did it. And I'm gonna be real with you. One of the reasons why I'm annoyed about this is because of that, which is probably why I'm getting rid of it. We got a Slowking from Southern Islands. Love this card. Finally getting rid of this. I remember when I first got this back in like 2018. I used to get so many offers to get this card because it's low pop. I mean, look at that swirl right there in the middle. It's super low pop. And I'm finally getting rid of it for probably half the price of what I could have gotten back then. But again, it's never been about money to me. It's just about when I like it, I keep it. When I'm kind of like done owning it, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to give it up. And I finally reached that point. All right, we got Rayquaza EX PSA 9 solid card from the EX era. There you go. I might keep this because I really like Shining Gyarados, but if it ends up being listed, congrats to whoever gets it. PSA 9, solid grade as well. I think the only thing that really sucks about this is it's got that little whitening in that corner. Otherwise, everything else is great on it. Is this the batch? Yeah, this is the batch of. Never mind. They're all over the place. So we have 2 more of these, which are probably going to sell for pennies. Here is a CD promo Venusaur. We got a PSA 10 Pichu. And then another one of these. I'm telling you, there's a bunch of these. We got Scizor VMAX. Again, this is back then when I was grading everything. Got another Dragonite from Team Rocket. We got a really, really good PSA 9 Dragon Charizard Holo. Secret Rare, right? Yeah, Secret Rare. Yeah, Secret Rare, 100 out of 97. And this is fantastic. I think the only thing that sucks about this card, just in case you're trying to buy this to regrade, is it does have like a massive print line like over here somewhere, which you cannot see. But if you take it out the case and like really look at the card under the light, you'll see what I'm talking about. So do not buy these if you're just trying to regrade them. You'll probably fail. I have a bunch of PSA 9 Dragonites. I'm getting rid of this one. Here is a PSA 9 Rayquaza, which the only thing that's wrong with it is the centering. Everything else is fantastic. Now this, if you probably sent to BGS, you might be able to get maybe at like a 9.5 or something. I don't really know. But this is an underrated card. Super dope. Love the secret rares from this era. And honestly, I kind of want to get a 10 of these one day, but we'll see. Here is a special delivery Pikachu. Oh, Charizard, technically. Pikachu, technically, because they're in there as well. But special delivery Charizard from the promo. Here is a Mega Blastoise. And finally, the Raichu that I pulled back in 2018 from the very first edition Shadows Booster Pack I've ever opened. Still have it. Still have it, but it's Raichu. It's one of my least favorite Pokemon, so I don't really care about it. The only reason why I kept it, like I said, is because it's an iconic set, the first edition Shadows set. So yeah. Anyway, so by the time you're watching this, all this should be listed in the description below. Like I said, I don't have a limit on this. If this sells for $1, it sells for $1. I don't really care. At least it goes to someone who will appreciate it way more. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And ZNG should handle everything else. So yeah, I guess for the video, let me know what your favorite card was in the batch or something. I don't really know. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the comment section below. Peace.